Hello, my name is Sackett. We are playing FTB Infinity Evolved. I've been having a lot of fun in this so far. And, don't worry, we'll get back to TNP Limitless and The Road to the Warrior and the Vanilla series. I've got some half-finished episodes of those. But, having such a good time, figure we might as well keep it going, right? Now, we started with Agricraft last time, just a little bit. In theory, we'll have some pretty good potato seeds in there, at least slightly better. What we're gonna want is a couple of things. We're gonna want something called a seed analyzer, if I can, this looks like it. Okay, it's not so bad. Just a glass pane and some sticks and looks like any kind of stone slab we choose. There we go. Not very hard to make for a change. That's nice. We're gonna pop it right here. And we're gonna break all of these. Alright. Now I got a couple different varieties. These are all 111, okay? That is a 121. And that's a 112. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of those. And one of those. And then we're gonna put some sticks back down. We're gonna let these grow. And then we'll put more double sticks in when they finish growing. And hopefully we'll get some that's even better. Now, I guess the next thing that we should probably think about is finishing off. Where do we go? Well, we got something with uncompleted rewards, but I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in an unlocked chapter, who knows. The next thing I think we're gonna want to do is get a little gold, put some power there so it doesn't automatically pour, and we're gonna go ahead and make a gear cast. We're gonna want a stone gear, which we'll have to make with a wood gear, which doesn't look too bad. Okay, just in case the sound got messed up in that last clip. I had to reload, the sound went away. That's always a bad sign. So we're gonna make, that's right. We're making a gear. Now I remember. So we're gonna need a wood gear first. And we should just have a crafting table over here. Or maybe a crafting station. We can make ourselves the wooden gear from Buildcraft just with some sticks. And we'll get a nice little Buildcraft Chivo. That's right. It's shift to get just one out. Oh, goodness. Old bugs. I don't miss them. Yeah, I'm playing in vanilla in the modern version of the game also, and while there are things I miss about the old versions, modern Minecraft for vanilla is definitely better. Now, is it the gear cast we need to get it to register? I'm not sure. What I am sure about is that to do gears in the smeltery, they generally take 4 of whatever material it happens to be. So we're gonna smelt down that iron, and then we'll be able to pour it out. And that little flash there, that's telling you another ingot's being poured. That's the stone gear. We need the iron gear. Now what we want to do with it is make that grindstone that I think I was talking about in episode 1. Here we go. Yeah, just an iron gear. We'll need a little bit of stone, a little bit of cobblestone. Fortunately, we have some stone. And what else did we... Oh, the quartz. That's right. Good old Certus quartz. And pop over here. We'll make the grindstone. Oh my goodness. It doesn't want to do it. Oh, we're missing something, aren't we? We need one more. Okay, I counted wrong. That's the problem. Here we go. Now, the grindstone also... is it called a crank? Yeah. And that's just some sticks. I gotta sleep through the night here or we're gonna die. Oh yeah, another thing with the crafting station. If you have a chest, or I think maybe even... I think it actually is just vanilla. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to move a little bit farther back in the quest log. And we're gonna start with some coke bricks. Now we're gonna need to craft this 14 times. So, to get enough of these things. So what is it? I think it's like 40 and 40, maybe. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We're gonna need a little more clay. Let's get a little more clay. Okay. We have everything. Nice. Now, the other thing we're gonna need is this, which we stole from the village. And I guess for the time being, we're just gonna put this right out here on the lawn. Now, if you've never seen a coke oven from immersive engineering, what you do is you just put down blocks like so. 27 of them. And then wherever you want the front to be, we're gonna want the front to be right here. You right click with your hammer. There's a little GUI in here. We gotta sleep. Now there's a couple of things that you can do with this, but the main thing we want is to turn coal into coal coke. That will get us a little creosote oil, and with that we'll be able to make some treated sticks. Well, treated wood, and then make treated sticks out of the treated wood. Now, lucky us, we happen to get some creosote bottles as a quest reward at one point. Now, you can take it out in bottles, you can take it out in buckets, you can take it out in all kinds of different ways. And it has a couple different uses, but the main one is to make treated wood. Treated wood is a beautiful texture. I really like it. But what we want is the sticks. With the sticks, we can make the crank. And with the crank, let's say, you know, this yellow right here, for instance. Now watch it not work. The yellowite doesn't melt in the smeltery. It doesn't work out. I guess we shift click this in here? Yeah, we shift click it in here. Now if we were to put the yellowite in there and just start holding right click, as time goes by, it will grind up the yellowite piece by piece and hopefully double it for us. And we're just, once it's done, it'll stop turning, and if you keep trying to right click it, you'll end up breaking the crank. It's, you know, it's pretty early game. It's an early game ore doubling mechanic. It's hard to get into this, but we're still very much in the early game. Now, there's a tendency in early versions, if you stop holding down right click, you'll lose a little bit. But yeah, okay, it looks like it's working and it's doubling for us. That's delightful. And by doubling, what I mean is that dust down there will smelt into an ingot, and we're getting 2 dust and ore. So, pretty good, pretty good. You know, for the early game. The smeltery is mostly going to do us better, and there are other blocks that'll, you know, we won't have to stand here like dorks holding down right click. Yellowite, by the way, is, what is it? Is it big reactors? Yeah. But we really are back in the day. It's gone to bigger reactors, extreme reactors, something about sexy beef. I don't know. Now, the main use of the coal coke is to put in a blast furnace to make steel with. We'll get to it. Now, the next thing... Really? What are we missing here? Well, we have a gear cast. I guess we'll have to manual detect. This happens now and again. The old hard... Okay, so it works now. Very good. We definitely had that in our inventory. This mod is a little finicky. FTB quests is better. But this is a classic. Okay, so we want to make some Certus quartz seeds and some Fluix seeds. Let's see. Well, there's all kinds of seeds we can make in here, but here's what we're looking for. So we'll need Certus quartz dust and sand, and for Fluix, we'll need Fluix dust. For that, we'll need a Fluix crystal. But also, we could take nether quartz and do a thing. We don't have any nether quartz yet. We haven't even been to the nether. So let's go on back here. We got a couple more things. We've got this we really need. But we're gonna need to power it. And I think a survivalist generator might be a good way to go. They don't generate a lot of power very fast. We can improve them. They're not hard to make. We're just gonna need a little bit of coal. Hopefully the pistons aren't too bad. Okay, another iron gear and a bunch of cobble. Hey! Our first ender pearl from a seed. Those do hurt if you get too close, so be careful. Alright. One survivalist generator. Now it would be nice to have some kind of energy storage. I don't think we have any. But it has a buffer of 100,000. Produces very slowly. Well, we're going to use charcoal instead of coal, because we will have renewable coal eventually, but we don't right now. So, very slowly, this will charge up. And this block is from Extra Utilities, a classic mod. And it's a beautiful texture. It's just absolutely, like... It's a great mod. It's a beautiful texture. It's just fantastic. Now we have a number of quest rewards that we should be able to claim here. This is more valuable, I think. What else? Anything else we can claim here? I guess no rewards there. So we'll need the seeds. We'll need to make a tree tap. Oh, just rubber bars. Okay. We can do that. There's a couple ways to get rubber in the pack. The easiest is just to chop down Mine Factory Reloaded rubber trees, which is where we got this stuff. This, I believe, will smelt up into exactly what we want. What is this? Okay, cool. Yep, there's our rubber bar. And how many does it want? Just the one. There we go. Oh, it wants IC2 rubber also. Okay. That we'll get from Industrial Craft 2 rubber trees, which we can find in, you know, they're scattered around. They're common in swamps, and we've got swamps, you know, in the immediate vicinity. Now, the next thing we really want are lasers. We're gonna need lasers, we're gonna need an assembly table, but we're gonna start with the lasers. It wants 5. We're gonna need a whole bunch of diamonds, so I gotta go mining. Abyssal stone, huh? I hear a cave, that's what I'm really trying to get at. But I'm not complaining about whatever the heck this is, right? I'm sure it will be important. Here we are. Caves in old versions of the game are no joke. Although, hello. Nice. What do we got here? Some emeralds? My goodness. I'll take it. Sounds like they're dying up there, doesn't it? I'll take the diamonds too. I don't think I've ever been in one of these, whatever this is. Sure do wish I had a bow. Okay, we survived the immediate horror. See if we can light this up a little bit. Oh, really, the old struggle, folks, is alive and well. I'm here to tell you. Brutal down here. But there's something here that we want. Let's see if we can manage to do it safely. Alright. Got a little bit of lava there. We're just gonna let that settle itself out. This is what we want. These are from Tinkers. There's all oh my goodness. There's all kinds of them. They're oreberry bushes. And what those particular ones are, they'll give us little experience nuggets. It's very handy. Now let's see. How on earth did I get in here? Down here? Yeah, it looks like it, right? Let's go down here and collect the experience. Now these are just like the Botania flowers, those mushrooms there. Sorry for the pause screen. My cat just peed on me for literally no reason. Anyway, back to my cat. She's fine. She's just weird. But what you do with this essence berry is you just right-click and gives you a little bit of experience. It's pretty fancy, so we're gonna want to get those going out here. We're also gonna kind of want to destroy all this and move all this up a block. What's going on over here? Do we know? Oh, we had it off and the gear. All right. We did pretty well caving. Hopefully, we have enough to do what we want to do today, which is to set up a laser assembly table. From Buildcraft, it's going to be very, very fancy. Okay, so we're back on the surface. It looks like step 1 is an absolute amount of bronze. Now, bronze you make from copper and tin. We're smelting up a little tin right now. Might just be worth throwing a little copper in there. We'll do exactly 16. That should be fine. Let's see how we do. That's a lot of tin. I want to say it's 3 copper and 1 tin gets you the what do you call it? The bronze. We're gonna need a good amount of it because we are going to need 4 ingots and 4 gears to make this sturdy casing. So that's a total of 20 bronze. Let's see how we do here. Just start melting any second. You can click these to select the okay. So it's like okay. We got a couple of nuggets. So let's get just a little more copper in there until there are no more nuggets. I don't want nuggets. Now Now one nice thing about the survivalist generator is that when it is full, it stops burning your resources. So that's very nice. Over here we can see that this thing is stopped, not because it's finished converting the coal into coal coke, but because it's full of creosote oil. What we are going to have to do is the rest of where is it? Our fan, do we have it up here? We're going to have to probably get into the rest of the little chapter, because we're going to need some iron plates. And we might as well just make a ton of them. I hope we can do it with the engineer's hammer. We cannot. So, how are we going to make baby's first? Okay, so a forge hammer. We just need treated sticks. That's fine. Anyway, though, first things first. We've got our bronze. Let's go ahead and make our gears. Just make sure. Okay, here we go. We're only 4 of these. I can hear that, that good old music. There it is. There's, I feel like everybody who has played Minecraft for a long time has sort of their, the version of the game that maybe not so much is the favorite, but the one that is sort of the default. And for a lot of people, I think it's the first version they play. It's a little different for me. I was a lot older when I found the game than I think a lot of people who found the game. I was already in my late 30s when Minecraft came out. So, so I played beta, and I thought it was cool. But I didn't really get into it until around the time they put enchanting into the game, and then I started to get into it, and the versions came pretty thick and fast at the time, but my computer was only so good, right? So, you might remember, if you've been playing for a long time, on a potato, that there was a time when you might have gotten a certain error message. Okay, we'll need a gold chest. Oh my goodness. Okay, next thing is the hammer. But there was a message that you used to get when you'd start the game. Warning. Old computer detected. You're gonna need to do OpenGL. Ow. If you had a decent computer, you probably never saw that message. But, let's see, we need a little treated stick, right? Yeah. But, if you had an old computer, it would sort of top out at 1.8. And, 1.8 was not the greatest version of the game. It had a lot of problems, but without going into those, do we have any chests? I'll have to make a chest. It had issues. All the mobs forgot how to swim. Like, it was really weird. So I ended up playing 1.7.10, this very version, in modded, for many years. This is sort of my version I think about when I'm, half asleep and thinking about Minecraft. I love all the new music in the modern version of the game, but just God, looking at this old programmer art and the old Britannia textures, it just, this pack is still fun. This pack is still worth playing, but it is also very, very nostalgic for me. Anyway, let's make some plates. One of the components there was was a gold chest. And the way we're gonna make the plates is with this forge hammer. We don't want to keep doing this. We're gonna want to make something from industrial craft that will serve this function for us. But if we surround a vanilla chest with these plates, we'll get an iron chest. And then we're going to want to do the same thing with gold. We're going to hope we have 16 gold in here. Okay. It's going to take most of our gold. It's going to take another 3 gold to make the rest of the machine. Let's just run over here real quick. We'll get our gold plates. Our very first gold chest, which we were going to immediately craft into a block. Iron chests are dope. The mod still exists. You can still play it, although a lot of people use sophisticated storage now. But, each tier is a good amount more storage, and then you upgrade it to obsidian and it becomes blast proof. There's no additional storage there at obsidian. So what else did we need? A little bit of glass? 3 glass. Naturally. Alright, we got 3 glass now. Oh my goodness, really? What do we miss? Oh, we need 1 more gold. It's always something, folks. I'll just bounce over here. We're gonna have to go mining again, my goodness. We can't even go to the nether to get gold. There isn't any there. 1.7.10, y'all. Now, I believe that we will be able to shut this off with the vanilla lever. But I think this thing just kind of keeps, burning. So that should show us the next thing. The next thing is get a laser. We only need to make 1 of them. But the truth is that we're going to get 4 of these. We're going to need a little bit of glass. My goodness. Let me, we'll just get a little bit more over here. We'll fix all that eventually. Alright, I don't think we need very much. So, the sort of conceit of the block is that you mostly are making these tubes. And you melt down some glass, and it takes a little bit of time. Oh, maybe it doesn't melt the glass unless it has a valid recipe now. Now, you sort of make a recipe in here. You'll note that it does not consume these things. That's because you're just programming it in. Okay. So, I do a lot with forestry in 1.6.4 back in the day. So, and it was a lot thirstier machine back then. Looks like the way it works right now is when you have a valid recipe, it'll start heating up. I would like to see if we could turn it off with a lever. Shift click for 1. Oh, time to go to sleep. Alright, we got a lever. I'll turn it on. Looks like it might be decreasing in power. Is this thing powering up now? Yes, it is. Okay, so indeed a redstone signal will stop this thing from sucking power. That's very good, very good. Ah, yes, lasers. Like, what were we doing with these things? We'll just need 2 obsidian, or 4 obsidian, because we're gonna make more than one. And some redstone. We'll go ahead and make them. And then the next thing, I know without even looking at the table, we're going to need an assembly table. And for that, we're going to need a diamond gear. We'll need a gold gear. We're going to need some more gold, so I got to go mining. Alright, we got our gold. Zombies all over the lawn. Here we go. Now with this, I believe, should be able to make the diamond gear. Yeah, okay. Here we are. And there we are. 1 diamond gear. We don't even have a pair of pants yet. What else do we need? We're going to need another diamond. I think we need 6 obsidian and a redstone. So let's see. We got very good. 1 assembly table. Now, the lasers are going to need... What do you call it? I wonder where I put them. The lasers are gonna need power. The table does not. It just kind of sits there. I guess for the time being, I might as well, I guess for the time being, we're gonna set it up outside. Oh, look at that! We unlocked 2 more quest lines. That's nice. That'll get us some more of that. But what we're gonna need, is a way to power these. And probably what's gonna be on the menu is immersive. So we should have, okay, it looks like it's just connectors for the low voltage and the medium voltage. We're just gonna need a little bit of, I almost said terracotta. We're gonna need a little a little bit of hardened clay. Excuse my phlegm. We're back in the days before terracotta and glazed terracotta were even things. Whoops. We got hardened clay. And I'll tell you, when it came out, I was very happy. It inspired quite a few decorative builds. Now, fortunately, the lasers aren't affected by gravity, so we can just make something for them to rest on here. There we are. And we're going to slap them down. And then we'll have to take these off because we're going to need to power each one of these individually from behind. Ow. Those things are sharp. We'll get our table down. Our table, whatever. So the connectors are all, well and good. But we are going to need some wire. Here we go. Okay, so just copper and a treated stick. That's not too bad. Now we'll slap all this together. There's our connectors. There's our wire. We're going to run in here. We should be able to use the other side of this too, right? We'll find out soon enough. It'll start running. Because these also have energy buffers They don't hold that much, but they do hold some. Here we are, and finally, there we are. Now this isn't super fast in terms of power transfer. That's, you know, literally the lowest voltage. So, well, I'd be lying if I said I remembered what we were gonna make in here. Well, what we're probably on the way to until we get to the Nether, which we could do, I guess. We could do it. It does want us to make a cutter, so let's go ahead and make a cutter. Let's see if we can finish this quest line off, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, so 3 plates. All right, we got our plates with our hammer. Dang, I'm really bad at NEI. All right, fine. We'll make it ourselves. Oh, we can finally make a bucket now that we have a hammer. That will be nice. We could use a bucket. Boy, I forgot how different the old textures are. Now this got us a machine casing. Where is it? Here it is. Machine casings take chip sets. We're gonna want a couple of these. This is what the first thing we'll end up using the table for. So what else is in here besides going to the well? I don't know what this is gonna be made out of. Okay. We're gonna need a lot of clay and either ender pearls or TNT. We've got these ender seeds going, and I have more of them around. I might go ahead and plant those. And while we're on the subject, you see that tree over there that kind of looks like it's flipping us the bird? That's a rubber tree from Industrial Craft. We're gonna want some saplings. Yeah, here it is. It's the leaf pattern up above is how you recognize them. They're unmistakable once you're used to them. You'll probably find if and these are rubber wood from Mine Factory Reloaded. Delightful. As far as I know, the two sources of rubber are interchangeable in this. We'll find out. So while we're hanging around waiting for the ender pearls, we're gonna go ahead and plant some of this rubber. 'Cause why not? We can come right over here. We're eventually gonna make a sort of a primitive little farm for this stuff. Now the other thing I'm working on is we want to raise all this up by 1 block. We're going to want to get all of this stuff out of here, down into the basement. And what I think might be a way to go, although it'll be a little expensive right now, I guess. Maybe too expensive. Okay, we're going to do something else. We're going to take this basic machine casing and make ourselves a metal former. Now, what we're going to need is a little bit of copper cable. We're actually going to need a lot of copper cable. So, we might as well just make a whole bunch of it and see where we are. That's the wrong hammer. We'll get one more just so we'll have an even 12 plates to work with, right? And we'll take our cutter, and we'll make the cable. Now, as opposed to these, which are just out in the world, and, you know, I don't think they'll hurt us in this version, But in later versions, they do. Ooh, 30 levels. That's nice. What was I doing? Ah, that's right. We're going to need some rubber. We'll start out. We're going to need 6 for the insulated copper cables that we're going to need for the electronic circuit. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need redstone. We're going to need iron plate. I'll go ahead and get this all taken care of. What have I done? Here, this is what we're trying to do. My goodness. It's got to be something about the crafting station that is causing that to fail. I'll bet it would work on a regular crafting table. Okay, there's our electronic circuit. We'll be making a lot of those. We're also going to need some toolboxes, and for that, we're going to need some bronze. Now, we have some. We're going to need 20 all told, I think. Well, let's go ahead and make up some bronze. Get some power going there, so that the clock isn't ticking. We're going to want the alloy will form instantly, but the copper will get in here before the tin will. So the copper will start, it'll start pouring out. We can mitigate that by increasing the size of this, but, it's pretty big. Yeah, see, we got our copper in there. This would all be pouring out right now, and we'd end up with a weird amount of bronze, assuming. I want to say it's 3 copper and 1 tin. Gets you 4 bronze. So we should end up with all bronze at the end of this here. Yep. And now we can just turn this back on. No, the click-in worked right that time. I'm probably just bad at it. Okay, we got our bronze. There's our plates. There's our item casings. Here, you're kidding me. Here, no, darn it. What do you bet this doesn't work either, and I'll have to move it all up by 1, huh? No, that's fine. Okay, couple of toolboxes. And finally, 3 of these. All right, and this should be the last of our, what do you call it? The last of our doing this manually, I hope. Because it does get expensive. You see all those tools. My goodness. The tools get expensive, is what I was going to say. But now we can take that, our machine casing, our toolboxes, and our circuit. Get ourselves a metal foil. Ooh, time to go to sleep. Oh no! I have no way to move that thing. Let's hope. Now that's the thing about industrial craft. You need a special tool to pick the machines up, or we're going to need a little more bronze. Or you end up just getting the machine casing back, which can be very, very annoying. Especially with some of the more expensive machines. But lucky us. It's just, the wrench is just bronze. It's a big relief. So let's see, yep, you just right click. And you lose a little bit of durability. Alright. Pop one of these. Maybe right on top. Be just fine. Our last wire. Here we go. Nice. It's got power. Beautiful. These all use different power. We got RF, we got this one uses EU, there's another one. These will generally convert from one to the other. We should be fine, but you never know. Now this thing has several settings. It's got extruding, rolling, and cutting. We're going to start with the rolling. What this is going to do for us is, in addition to not using durability on the tool, this is going to have the cost of our plates, which is why I hesitated and decided to do the machine instead of the hammer. It's not the fastest thing in the world to start with, but it's not terrible. Our little progress bar, the toolboxes and whatnot, and then we get our plate. Now these are almost certainly quests. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. Miscellaneous machines. All kinds of them. Here we'll find our jetpacks, which are going to be very important and useful to us. We'll also find a lot of our machines in here. We're going to need all kinds of things. What we're working on right now is actually an iron chest. Although we've already made one, or stolen one, or something. Our Industrial Craft 2 rubber, as you may guess, comes from industrial craft rubber trees, like we had over there. Now we're gonna set something up. We're gonna set something up to get it a little bit more efficiently. That just came when we chopped it down. That's not the efficient way to do it. What we're eventually gonna have is an electric tree tap, but these are where we start. You don't get very much out of them. They are not the greatest. You're kidding me. Alright. Here we go. One tree tap. And we can get a reward once we get this rubber out. I keep getting stuck on the chests. That hasn't happened to me in a while. Okay. And we'll just get some of that. It will be fine. We will have to go to the Nether to get this one. But Ender Pearls shouldn't take too much longer. Oh, I just kind of made these, and I wasn't even thinking. It's just a chest surrounded by iron plates. I believe... I mean, you've probably seen iron chests before. So this tier, there's two more tiers above this. This tier gives you a double chest's worth of space in a single chest's worth of box. It's a single chest's worth of block space. So the gold is another 3 rows, and I think the diamond is maybe even more. I actually broke these. This thing went all the way down to 0, just sitting here. And we can't be burning through it like that. Alright, it's starting to look like this is gonna get finicky and take a while, so I think we're gonna call it here. And we will pick up where we left off next time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then.